Coming up on this episode of the Designers of Change podcast.
You stepped out of your 9-to-5, jumped into entrepreneurship. What is it like for a young entrepreneur in your field?
You're not going to be in a position to hire the people that you need.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be all that is there, and you're going to have to serve well in that area until when there is room for growth.
Yes.
So for me, the early days were really bad. The only thing that kept me was
Welcome to the Designers of Change podcast. We are at episode 17. I don't know where time is going, but we are having a great journey as we move right along. So this is going to be a groundbreaking episode because for the very first time, we have a guest with us. And who better to be our first guest than our actual sponsor, the man behind the camera, the one who makes almost all of this production possible, and this is none other than Jace Myrie. How are you, sir? Thank you for joining us.
So this is what Star Life look like.
Yes.
The lighting, this is what it looks like on this side. Oh boy.
Can you imagine? He's been sitting here and he has been still giving orders about the cameras and who is doing this and that. So he has double roles here today. But we want to talk to Jace about the attention industry, as Mr. Wright would coin it. He calls it the attention economy. And we wanted Jace Myrie Media to share about your own industry. But just before we jump into our talk, we want to say a huge thank you to our amazing sponsors, to Jace and his team, who is actually here representing on the other side of the camera, right? Also to Mind Food International, Superlative Auto, Amanda's Kitchen, Grace Creates, Vibrant Creative Studio, Caribbean Gospel TV, and MAAD 97.5 FM all the way in Guyana. Welcome again, Jace. How has things been? How has 2026 been for you? It's just started, but what's going on your side of the world?
Well, first of all, Natasha, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
I want to big up the team. Can I just big up the team?
Of course.
I want to big up Courtney on the camera, Britannia on the camera. I want to big up Mal on audio. I want to big up Shawana, and I want to big up Ashley on our social media and photography. And I'm just so happy for this team. I'm so happy to know that, we decided to do the Designers of Change podcast. And I know you didn't ask this, but I just have to big you guys up. I have to big up, you and Jamar, just watching you from behind the camera. You guys have so much knowledge. I think if the cameras had enough storage, you guys could talk for the entire day and it'd be like nothing at all. So I want to big you guys up. First of all,
thank you.
2026, of course, you know that we're just starting out. So it's a time of reflection in January.
Yes.
I remember earlier in 2025, in January, we launched our podcast campaign, just kind of introducing this. And can I tell you, looking back at it, I watched those ads video and I see so much room for improvement.
Wow.
And I realized that's the part of business that tends to fuel me. What are the things that we can do better?
Yes.
And now that you're on the side of business, you realize that it's not about showing off your skills in media. It's about solving problems.
There you go.
When I just started, I wanted to take the best photos and the best video. Now you understand that what you do solves somebody's problems, and it's just an honor. So in January, it's a time of reflection, looking back at the things that we didn't do so well with last year,
right?
Looking at the things that we did do good at, and we have to say, Lord, thank you so much for allowing us to step into certain spaces, and looking at some of the brands that we've worked with in just this short period of time. I mean, I am just blown away. So this month is reflection. what can we do better for 2026?
Beautiful. So that sounds like reflection and planning. Reflection, evaluation, and planning, which is amazing. And that's a tidbit for you guys out there as well. That's a mode that we ought to be in. But you know, Jace, in a world right now that is so driven by social media, so driven by the likes and the clicks and the follows and the shares, is driven by the Mr. Beast of this world, right? The greats of the greats who employ over 300 people just to do one video. Why media? Why did you choose media?
I didn't choose media. I have over 10 years experience in information technology.
Wow.
I started out in information technology, working for in the corporate space for years. I didn't sign up for media. I signed up because I fell in love with computers. And I went through, did my degree. Then one day I just felt like to take up a camera. I took up a camera and I started taking photos. And I thought that, oh, this is a nice hobby.
Right.
Then I saw a need for groups that did not have the technology or the equipment. And I offered myself for free.
Wow.
And I served. And many persons in business, you don't understand that the beginning, it plays a crucial role because you have to learn to serve in the business arena.
Yes.
If you don't know how to serve, then I believe that you're going to be in trouble.
Yes.
So I just found people who needed help. I showed up and I helped. No money. I didn't know how to collect. I just served. And I had the equipment. And now looking back at it now, if one of those equipment fell, I wouldn't have had enough money to buy it back.
Right.
But I was still doing it for free.
But you still learn along the way.
I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of things that now I know that I would never go somewhere without having X, Y, Z because I've been there before.
Absolutely. And let me tell you something. Jace is not mentioning anything that he doesn't live by. So on any shoot, I can hear him say, Courtney, what do you need? Do you have backup this? Do you have this, that? And I'm thinking to myself, man, this thing is way more tedious, way more complex than we could ever imagine. So you're sitting down there, you may be seeing the visual or you may be hearing the audio, not knowing that there's so many different components to putting this production together. I want to know though, Jace, at what point along your journey did you say, man, this is my sweet spot? It's not being around the computer only, but it's making sure that I find a solution for, these particular niche clients. How did you come to that belief or confirmation that this is where you need to be?
Well, first of all, like many of us, I didn't know that I was good. People kept on saying, "Oh my God, you took this photo?"
Wow!
And in my mind, I'm like, what is so amazing about this photo? Because we all go through this comparison where we're looking at the next person who is above us, and we're not looking at how many stairs we had to come up to be where we are now. So we think that we're just starting.
That's powerful.
Yeah, we think that we're just starting, but we don't understand that you have just navigated 2 years of experience in an area. You're not the same.
Yes.
You're not shooting the same.
You're
not editing the same. You may feel like you're the same, but persons out there, they're seeing that you're actually changing. And I started to kind of sit back and I'm like, who did this? Like, where did this come from?
Right.
And I remember looking back at some videos and I'm like, I'm blown away because I'm like, when did this happen? Because 1 minute you're just shooting on a camera just because you want to try to do something. And the next minute, your quality is now starting to look like corporate quality. And you're like, when did this happen? And one day I just felt like something shifted inside of me. And a passion that I once had for information technology, it's almost like someone switched the dial all the way down from a 10 to a 1.
Wow.
And the desire that I had for media is like it shifted from a 1 to a 15.
Yes.
And that's how I knew that there's something special here. There's something that when you wake up, you're excited to do it. When you're doing it, you don't feel like you're working, you feel like you're having fun. It's like you feel like I should be doing this.
You know you're at the place that you need to be
Yeah.
doing exactly what you need to be doing, right? And we literally can feel that on the set each and every time. As a matter of fact, we just did our shoot, and I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but that was like the most exciting photo shoot. And I mean, just even looking at the raw images,
Wow.
I was like, I cannot wait to see the end result. So your passion exudes through your equipment.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody has ever told you that, but I'm telling you that that's what we get, and we love working with you. Mr. I can call your name, you see?
Yeah. every episode, Jace is there.
Yes.
Jace is behind the camera. We have to pay Jace.
So everybody knows you and knows that this is your work, and it is excellent quality.
Thank you so much.
So I'm just so excited, especially as an HR person, to hear of the shift, because it happens to a lot of professionals. Let me tell you something. You may be a doctor right now, and you're a great doctor, until you found yourself down the line in some other field, and you're like, this is what I was created to do. And nothing is wrong with that, because nothing that you've been through, nothing you've studied, nothing you've experienced will be wasted.
I wish I had you around. When I was leaving my 9 to 5, I wish I had you around to say, this is all a part of it.
It's
because
a part of
because
it.
I was torn, because it's not that I wasn't good at my job. I was good at my job. I was getting promoted at my job. I was getting paid well at my job. All of these things. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I hate this. No, I was good at what I was doing, but the passion called me out of it.
Yep.
And let me just say, if I cannot be allowed,
Yes.
for that person who is watching, there will always be persons who they will only see your old self, or they'll only see what you were good at, but they're not able to see what you're going to be good at.
Exactly.
You are going to see it first before anybody else sees it. And you're going to have to go. Even when persons are screaming, what are you? Because persons were like, what are you doing? Why would you give up this? You're in a job that I tried to leave before, and they said, no, you're not leaving. You're coming back.
You're that good.
Yeah. And then when it was time for me to really leave the second time, it wasn't like, oh, I'm not sure. This is something that I should be doing. Passion is calling me, and I need to go. But we need more persons like you around to say, it's all a part of it, and you don't have to be doing the same thing for the rest of your life.
No, you don't.
It's okay to have more than one passions. It's okay to fall in love with more than one things.
Absolutely.
But society doesn't create that image. It's almost like wherever you are, you better sit there. Whether you're happy or you're sad, sit there.
That definitely not. And that's why faith is so important. We're going to jump into entrepreneurship now, but that's why faith is such an important component, because if we truly believe that we're sent here by a God who decides the mission, and he decides, you know the mission, but you don't know which avenue he's gonna take you through to do it.
We don't.
You don't know. And so it is just so important to not get caught up with the titles. Don't get hung up on the titles and the desk and the chair, because he will move you from that and have you serve somewhere where you're completely in obscurity. Nobody knows you, and have you start from the bottom up. So Jace, I know you literally just mentioned that you stepped out of your 9 to 5, jumped into entrepreneurship. What is it like for a young entrepreneur in your field?
I wish people told me about this thing that starts with an A, that's called accounting. I wish somebody told me about this thing that starts with an A, that's called administration.
Yes.
I wish somebody told me about this thing where you had to understand that in addition to you having the skills, you're not going to be in a position to hire the people that you need.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be all that is there, and you're going to have to serve well in that area until when there is room for growth.
Yes.
So for me, the early days were really bad. The only thing that kept me was the fact that I was in love with what I was doing.
Beautiful. The passion again.
The passion comes in again. But there are times when I'm trying to balance the books, and I'm like, where does this go? Like, what's this called? What's this called? And then you realize that in addition to it, you have to also be paying the persons that you're working with. You have to be tracking what they're doing. Not only that, but you have to also be building the team that you're working with. So in addition that you have to be on the site, you're working, you're building, you're training, you're doing administration. What day is it again? It's the 25th. Oh, if it's the 25th, then somebody needs to be paid. And more than likely, when you're starting up, by the way, you're not that person.
No, you're not. You're the
You're not that
bottom of the
person.
list. And at some point, you're going to have to cross off your name because you're like, oh, this person needs to get paid.
There were times that I went to shoots and I paid the person who came to assist me.
Right.
And they don't know that I didn't collect anything at all.
Absolutely.
I did most of the work. But at the same time, I needed them to understand that I valued what they brought. And I was willing to say no to the money so that they can understand that they mean a lot to what we're doing.
That's
right
beautiful.
here. So I mean, that part was really rough, just trying to navigate, those. Oh, and then of course, coming out of 9 to 5, it becomes second nature that on the 25th of the month you check the
You
account.
get paid, yeah.
And I remember like the first 2 or 3 months, and I'm like, the money don't come yet. And then I remember, I don't work anywhere. I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. And the timing is not 9 to 5 anymore. It's 9 to 9.
No, it's
9 to 10.
It's 9.
It's 6 to 6.
It's just running. There's no time frame.
I mean, there are nights that I am sitting there around the decks working on a client file, and I want to go to bed. I want my wife to know that I am around. I want my wife to know that I value, and I do value. And this is why it's important to have these conversations with your spouse.
Absolutely.
Because this is not a you alone thing. This is gonna take a toll
on the entire family.
Because where you could be watching a Netflix movie, because my wife loves the romance movies. So now I'm the romance husband watching the movies. And now when you realize it's time to watch a movie, but you're still at the decks, you're still working, you have no idea when you're going to go to bed. And these are the parts that I really hated the most, is when it's time to go to bed and the spouse is already sleeping. I don't like those kind of stuff, but it's a part of the journey.
Absolutely.
And it's good for us to be talking about these stuff, because persons need to understand that it may look like glitter when you get to a particular point and you see the money in your account. But if you see the money in your account and you can't find your family, then something went wrong along the way.
Absolutely. And you paid too high of a price. That price would have been too high if it cost you to lose your family.
That is it.
And, it's something that we always reiterate on this platform. Jace, you mentioned some really important gems right there. I mean, I have a story for all of them. I have a story for all of them. And entrepreneurship looks so good. From the outside, I can tell you, it looks amazing. When you look at us, you said, man, we are wealthy. We're wealthy people. Absolutely. In Jesus' name, amen. Yes, what we're saying is the work that it takes. It is so painstakingly difficult. You are constantly choosing between myself, my family, the accountant, the this, the that, and the public image. It is not easy. And so when you sign up for entrepreneurship, you're signing up to be stretched every day. We just spoke about stretching to a new dimension on the last episode. As an entrepreneur, you have to, there's no choice. You have to stretch every single day. Now, I want you guys to stick and stay. We're going to take a break and come back. When we come back, we're going to be talking about social media and what it means right now. What about traditional media? What's going on out there? But I want you guys to stick and stay. When we come back, Jace is going to divulge some more information on how we can stay relevant. Welcome back. We are on episode 17, and I am here with none other than Jace Myrie of Jace Myrie Media, one of our very valuable, appreciated sponsors, as well as just listing some other partners: Mind Food International, Superlative Auto, Grace Creates, Amanda's Kitchen, Vibrant Creative Studio, MAAD 97.5 FM all the way in Guyana, and Caribbean Gospel TV. Now, Jace, you literally left us at the point where you say an entrepreneur's life is chaos. Talk truth. Talk truth.
Yeah, it is.
Pure.
It is.
It's chaos,
It is.
right? And we know that faith holds almost everything together for us, because it's not easy to navigate.
Yeah.
But with all the things that you mentioned, how do you navigate them? Just give us like 3 quick pointers. How do you manage the constant struggle, pushing and pulling?
Well, I realize what helps a lot is being able to plan ahead. And that's something that I learned from even before I left my 9 to 5.
Right.
I had an amazing mentor that God provided even there.
Wow.
And he would say the preparation is 90% of the work.
Yeah.
So what I try my best to do is that if I have something that I know is coming up, I try my best to plan ahead so that I can also plan my personal time as a result of being able to plan the business side.
Nice.
Because I understand that I'm not only the business leader, but I'm also the husband.
Right.
I'm not only the husband, but I'm also the church leader.
Right.
I'm also the person who has to manage all of these hats. So how do I navigate them? And I realize, number one, planning plays a role. And number two, I know many persons may not like this, but some of the stuff, eventually you're going to have to trust other people to do it.
Ooh, delegation.
Delegation. I was horrible at that. I wasn't good at all, because I guess there was something inside of me that I want to do it so well for the client. And there's a part of me that started to feel like if I'm not doing it, then it will not come through the way I want to see.
Right.
And I had to learn early.
to let that
I had
go.
to learn early that I had to trust other people and trust the training that we would have brought them through.
Yes.
And trust what they already have on the inside to get it done. Yes, there are certain things that there are policies that you put in place that says the work must be delivered to the client by a certain time.
Right.
It must maintain a certain quality. If it doesn't maintain a certain quality, which my team has a hard time with me with that, because sometimes it can go out and I still say no.
Right.
It's because I understand that one piece of work may be what determines your next $1 million client.
Ooh, like that.
Simple detail.
Like that.
A simple wire not showing on the podcast. Like a simple, the light being this direction or that. It just creates a certain level of production.
Yes.
And I always love when the production, from a visual standpoint, it's more expensive than the money that's involved.
Oh, that's true. Guys, that is true. Jace will cut us. It don't matter what we're doing. If him see a wire, if him see the hair is out of place, we are stopping and we're fixing it.
Yeah.
But that's what makes the brand
Yeah.
such an excellent one.
I love what you say, the brand, yeah.
The brand, because you ensure that things are in place. Now, Jace, we know that your role is so integral in this new wave of change and transition that is taking place. And I have a serious question for you. Do you believe traditional media is dying?
I don't believe it's dying. I believe it's changing.
Changing. Okay.
If we can look at some of the newsrooms, some of the traditional TV programs, you realize that now they're trying to incorporate more of the social space into the traditional space, because the social space, it's almost like it's a shortcut.
Yes.
And you try to use the shortcut to let persons know that, hey, guess what? We're over here on the traditional side. We're still trying to do something. Just in case you guys don't know about us, we are coming over on the social side, and we're going to try to see how best we can exist with you guys over there, because it's obvious that you guys not coming over here, so we're going over there.
That's powerful. You know, I've never really heard it that way. And we can literally see it on a day-to-day basis that our traditional media here in Jamaica or in the Caribbean, they're utilizing things that the social media platforms are driven on. And you're thinking to yourself, when you're going through the newspaper, you're like, why are you posting this? But I get it. They're looking at integrating both the social and the traditional because they want to pull people in on the other side.
But not only that, but influencers are now being hired to work for traditional media.
Yes. Ooh, look
Why
at
is that? Because you're influencing a space that has eyes.
Powerful.
How can I get those eyes over here?
Powerful. And then there's another thing too, and I think we experienced it during during Hurricane Melissa. You know, we were contacted for me to do it was 3 different feature on CNN. And I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh my gosh, CNN is the CNN. That's a huge.
How did they learn about you?
What? Through social media, Jace. That lady, that producer, she found me on Instagram. She found me on Threads. She found my business email, personal email. She was everywhere. She was in my iMessage, my WhatsApp. I was like, this must be a prank.
See that?
She found me. And the thing is that this is so amazing. We do need both of them, don't we?
I believe so. And can I give you my take on this?
Yes.
I believe that the traditional media started to change with our generation. But I still believe that the C-suite still pay attention to traditional media.
Absolutely.
I believe that there's still those persons on that level, and we're in business. So we need to get to the eyes of the persons who made the decisions.
Absolutely.
Not only the persons who say, oh my God, you guys are great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Are you the person who makes the decision?
No,
But thank you though.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your compliment. But the thing is, many times you are not the person who makes the final decision.
No shade. No
shade.
But
at
we
all.
need those doors open.
Yeah. So
Powerful.
And I believe that a lot of these persons, a lot of the directors, a lot of the leaders, they still pay attention to traditional media. And for many of them, there are many, because I've been in the corporate space a bit now, both from my 9 to 5, and now I realize that many of them, they're not even on social media.
Yes.
You may only find them on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And the LinkedIn page that you find, they don't necessarily use it. Maybe they created it or they had it created, but you have to find a way to get to those
them.
persons.
Yes.
And getting to those persons is usually through association.
Powerful.
And even when you did your amazing interview on Profile, I think Profile was an example of, okay, who has eyes on this? It would be the persons who they can relate to the profile class of people.
Right.
Because the profile class are the person who make the decision. They're the person who they've broken the barriers and they've gone beyond. Persons want to meet those persons. And because persons want to meet those persons, that's where they'll go to meet them. So traditional media is changing.
Right.
And one could say it's dying. Maybe that's one way. But if it continues to change enough, you may see that you still have a set of persons who still treat this space as very important. Persons still love to go like this with the gleaner and go to the gleaner and read through something. And for our generation, we're like, www.gleaner.com.
Right.
And we're like for me, how I see stuff from the Observer is scrolling. And when I scroll and I read for 2 seconds, if the story is interesting, then you may read the caption.
Right.
And for many of us, and it's worse for the generation that came after us, because if they see Observer,
they're not even reading the caption good. That's how the misinformation spreads.
I didn't say it.
Because they read something and they're like, what? Why would that person do that? That's not what the caption said. And then sometimes you don't even realize that they're not reading it properly until you go in the comments. So I told Mr. Wright that for years now I have blocked the media pages, and I did it because when I'm looking in the comments, I'm infuriated by the ignorance.
Yeah.
And so I, to protect my headspace, I would really prefer to just turn on the TV, or, maybe to just go on the website itself to look for whatever it is I'm looking for. But I really love how you're shedding light on what's happening in media right now. So what does the future of media look like?
I think the future of media looks like the Designers of Change podcast.
What? That's so nice. That sounds so sexy. Can I say
Persons,
sexy on the pod? I already said it.
persons who are creating content like the YouTube. YouTube has
Right.
billions of views. So many persons who are putting up content. Now, what kind of content do you like? Do you like content about hair?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, just go on YouTube and type in hair. You find the content that meets your interests.
Absolutely.
If you're to go onto like a traditional thing right now, you have to go through the commercial that may not apply to you.
Yeah.
You have to go through a particular ad that may not apply
I have to
to you.
sit through it.
You have to sit through it. So you have to sit through what you like and what you don't like. And many times you're seeing more the things that you don't like
Yeah.
than the one program that you may
You do
want to
like,
watch.
yes.
So what do you like? Oh, I like here. All right, YouTube. Or I want a program that teaches me about entrepreneurship, about leadership. I want a program that tells me how I can run my company, how I can treat my employees. Oh, the Designers of Change podcast. Oh, and by the way, you guys are trending on the charts.
Yes.
Top 10, top 8.
Woot,
Like,
woot.
if
Fuck
you guys
it.
if you guys are viewing right now, just clap. Clap them. This is amazing. So persons who want to learn something about leadership,
Yes.
entrepreneurship, persons who want a team to come in and train their staff. I mean, I haven't seen a team like you guys before. When I observe you guys go in and what you leave at these companies, what you leave with the employees, like that's different.
Yes.
So if someone is out there and they need someone to come in and they're tuning into the Designers of Change
Right.
podcast, they came here because they were looking for this kind of content.
Absolutely.
It's not because they were not sure about what they wanted.
Right.
They know that this is where, and this is the reason why you guys are just growing so quickly, and why, even the subscribers and those kind of stuff. And you guys have thousands of followers on your different pages.
Right.
Why? It's because what you have, people want.
That's
And I think
powerful.
that is where media is going now. And even media around particular person like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has his own media channel. Even if you don't call it a TV channel, it's a
Right.
media
It
channel.
is, it is.
Because you're going to talk to him about different challenges of people being buried in a grave for 7 days. Yeah, that's a part of his challenge. And even him, he was buried for a few days. Why would person want to watch this, you may wonder? Because this is what they want to watch. And I think that's where the space is going.
Right.
I want the content that I want, and I don't want to have to go through what I don't
Yeah,
want.
that's
Just give me what I want
powerful.
now.
That is powerful, guys, because you see, things have so changed from our parents who used to tell us that they never had colored TV, and the TV would sign off at
A certain
particular
time.
times, right? The TV would just be grainy and you wouldn't see anything. And we're coming from a space where they had to go to their neighbors to see TV or to watch cartoons to know where if something pops up, yes, I love hair. Hair is a passion of mine. I sold hair for many years, still do, right? Where I'm watching tutorials on sewings, right? And if something comes up that I don't like, I just click it off. I don't want to watch it.
Thank you
I don't
so
want to
much.
sit and pressure myself, because I have that autonomy. I can decide what I want to see.
And there was a question, but I have a niece that loves Miss Rachel.
Oh, yes. No, everybody
that's
loves.
what she
Hello,
loves.
All the kids love Miss Rachel. That woman, she doing something to our babies.
Back in the days, on a Saturday, we have to watch 5 cartoons, but we only like one.
Yes.
We just watch through all of them because
We have
that's
to
all that
watch
was there.
Thundercats. We have to watch, maybe we see Dragon Ball Z if we're lucky. But
Exactly.
we don't want all those things. We're probably like one. Yeah.
But
as
no,
you said.
if you want to watch only Miss Rachel, you click on a channel and that's Miss Rachel and all the videos are Miss Rachel. That's where media is going now.
Powerful.
On demand.
Powerful said. I have one more question for you, Jace, and that is for organizations out there. You know, you have a lot of organizations who are saying, listen, I'm only advertising in traditional media. I'm not using up the Instagram and the LinkedIn and, you know, what would you say to them if they really are serious about expanding and doing something amazing? What would you say to them about how they can integrate this new media industry in what they're doing?
Target audience. That's the first thing. I'm a problem solver. I troubleshoot. What's your target audience? If your target audience is mainly on traditional media, then fine, go ahead. But I also believe that there is a space where even the persons who are tuning into traditional media, because of the changes in terms of the Gen Z, all these kind of stuff, you kind of understand that there's now becoming a bridge that says, I didn't really used to like social media, but there's some stuff that are here that I like.
Right.
Or even my father, who taught my father about YouTube. Now my father can go on YouTube and find something that he wants to watch.
Right.
So I would say, don't just try to keep it confined in one area. It's just like when you're doing a Facebook ad. You don't only target one group.
Yes.
You target multiple different groups at the same time. Why? Because you don't know who else is interested over that side.
True.
So now we're not only targeting the traditional side, but there may be another side over there now on the social media side that say, hey, guess what? Do you know that I do like painting? Okay, show me some videos of you painting. Show me some of the areas that you've painted before.
Right,
Show me the before
right,
and the after.
right.
Show me your customer service. Show me what your clients are saying about you. Now I can go on a page and type in paintings and I can see that this one is from Jamaica. Oh my God, I love their work. Okay, how can I contact them? The number is there, a video is there, and everything is there. We can get going.
Beautiful. Boy, this is so informative. I have to tell you, this has been amazing. And this is why we partner with Jace Myrie Media, because we're getting the absolute best. And, you know, your passion is commendable. Your drive is
Thank you.
commendable. And we're looking forward to so many years of doing this and more, because we intend to grow together. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And again, we want to say thank you to all our amazing sponsors. Thankfully, I get to give Jace his flowers right here, right? But also to Superlative Auto, Mind Food International, Grace Creates, Vibrant Creative Studio, Caribbean Gospel TV, MAAD, FM 97.5, all the way in Guyana, and Amanda's Kitchen. I don't know if I left anybody else out, but I do know that we had a great time.
Did you call Caribbean Gospel TV?
I sure did.
Okay, all right.
See him up here. He's trying to get me to do my work while you're not behind the camera, sir.
Okay.
But this is what we do on a daily basis. Again, stick and stay. Designers of Change is coming up with more topics that you're gonna need. Blessings.
Thank you for joining us for the Designers of Change podcast. Join us on the next episode.